Welcome. We're excited to share how churches everywhere can grow their digital presence. Your presentation begins now.
Hey there, and welcome to The Deep Dive. We're all looking for those shortcuts, to truly understand big, important topics. And sometimes, the most groundbreaking solutions pop up in places you might not expect. Today, we're diving into an area that honestly surprised me with its potential, how digital media can absolutely transform community engagement and growth, specifically for churches. We've got some really insightful sources today. We're pulling from the expertise of Lamont Pete at Water to Drink Productions and Dr. Virgil Jones from Calvary Baptist Church of Los Angeles. And they basically laid out what looks like a pretty comprehensive roadmap for sustainable ministry growth in this digital age. So our mission in this deep dive, let's unpack this. Let's pull out the most important nuggets. It points out that a lot of churches find it hard to grow a digital presence that's actually sustainable. It's not just about, having a page or streaming a service. And then there's the issue of YouTube viewers. People tune in, maybe watch a sermon, but they often don't become like long-term committed members of the community. And maybe the biggest point for their mission, the online content, it just rarely brings in consistent funding. These aren't small things, right?
Yeah.
They hit right at the core of being able to sustain the mission digitally.
That really resonates. I mean, you see that struggle everywhere, don't you? Community groups, even creators trying to build something real online, moving from just views to actual loyalty. But for churches, community is the mission, isn't it? So these aren't just like marketing bumps, they're fundamental. So what's the big idea here? How does the source suggest tackling these deep-rooted problems?
Exactly. The deck sets it up as a clear VS, a real contrast. You've got the current problems on one side, that unsustainable presence, viewers not converting, shaky funding. And on the other side, they propose this strategic digital membership model, premium tiers, community-focused driving participation, and predictable revenue through subscriptions. It immediately signals, this isn't just tweaking things, it's a whole new strategy, almost redefining what a digital church looks like.
Right, which leads us perfectly into their core proposal, this strategic digital membership model with premium tiers. It really does sound like a completely different way of thinking about online outreach. How does it actually work? What's the pivot?
It is a big pivot. This digital membership solution, as they call it, seems to stand on three main pillars. First pillar, community building. The idea is to actively turn those, let's say, casual YouTube viewers into actual committed digital members. And they plan to do that through specific engagement strategies and offering premium content stuff you don't get for free. Gives people a reason to belong.
Okay.
That's exactly. Second pillar, revenue generation. This is where the $3.99 monthly premium membership comes in. That price point, $3.99, feels very intentional. It's low, right? Easy barrier to entry. But it establishes that commitment. It shifts the dynamic from just free content to valued membership. And the goal is explicit. Create a sustainable funding stream for ministry programs, expansion, all that, moving beyond just hoping for donations.
Predictable income.
Predictable income. And the third pillar, this one really jumped out at me, is rapid implementation. They're promising a complete turnaround in just 30 days, from initial strategy talks to a fully operational membership portal. That's fast.
30 days. Wow. That is incredibly fast. For most places, that kind of rollout platform billing content would take months, maybe longer. What needs to be in place already for that to even be possible? It sounds almost too efficient, unless the plan is super detailed.
Well, that's the thing. The detailed, systematic approach seems to be what makes it feasible. It suggests they have a refined process, almost like a template. And the source lays out this exact 30-day implementation roadmap. It's broken down week by week. Week 1 is all about strategy and branding setup. So develop the brand strategy for digital, set up the whole membership framework. They mention specific activities like brand development sessions, digital strategy consulting, designing the content framework, what exclusive stuff are we offering, and playing the tiers, laying the foundation.
Okay, the strategic groundwork.
Then week 2, they dive into the technical integration process. This is implementing YouTube optimization, super important for getting found, and integrating the secure membership portal with the billing side. So YouTube channel tune-up, setting up the tech platform, and getting that secure $3.99 monthly billing system built and tested, thoroughly tested.
Got to work smoothly.
Absolutely. Week 3 is the big one. Membership portal launch. The premium platform goes live. This means activating access to the exclusive content, turning on the community features. They talk about launching the portal with its content library, activating engagement features, and starting the member onboarding. Getting people settled in.
Making them feel welcome.
Exactly. And finally, week 4 is the marketing rollout campaign. Execute a targeted marketing push to bring people in and implement a solid member onboarding process that keeps them engaged for the long haul. So launch the big marketing campaign across different channels and put the recruitment and retention strategies into action. It's a full-on sprint.
A sprint is right. It makes you think of those, home makeover shows where they do everything in a week. You know it's possible, but man, the coordination behind the scenes must be intense. This 30-day plan feels like the digital version of that. For a church going through this, even with this roadmap, what do you think would be the biggest, internal challenge or unexpected snag they might hit?
That's a really good question. The framework looks solid from the outside, right? But the source sort of hints that the internal piece could be the trickiest, just the sheer bandwidth and readiness of the church's own team to keep up, make quick decisions, get content ready, embrace these new digital ways of working, even with experts helping. That internal alignment and just being agile enough to move that fast. That's key. Any hiccup there could slow things right down.
Yeah, that makes sense. It really is like project managing a digital transformation. But, okay, to make this transformation work, to actually get people to convert from watching passively to paying actively, the quality has to be there, right? Which brings up another key comparison in the source. DIY live stream versus professional digital production.
Ah, yes, the DIY live stream. We've all seen them, haven't we? The shaky phone camera at the back, maybe sounding a bit echoey.
Filmed by an enthusiastic squirrel, maybe.
Oh, chuckles.
Right.
The source makes a strong case that professional production isn't just, a nice extra. It's essential. So what does that actually mean, professional standard? And why is it apparently so crucial for getting those paying members?
Yeah, what's the difference maker?
Well, the source draws a really stark line. The DIY live stream, usually a cell phone, static tripod, often iffy audio quality, streamed free on Facebook or YouTube, no real editing. The result, people might watch, but they often don't stick around. And there's basically zero revenue potential.
Yeah.
It kind of signals, even if unintentionally, that maybe it's not that valuable.
Perception is everything.
Exactly. Now, professional production, dedicated camera crew, broadcast quality gear, proper editing. It's not just about looking slick. It means clear sound, engaging shots, branded graphics, a polished feel that builds trust and keeps people watching. The source directly links this quality to perceived value. It tells viewers, hey, this is serious, this is valuable, which makes that $3.99 membership feel like a much better proposition. That's what helps convert the casual viewers. It elevates the whole experience.
Okay, that makes total sense. Quality signals commitment, builds trust, justifies the cost. But professional quality means professional costs, right? What kind of investment are we talking about here to reach that standard, the one that actually converts people?
Yeah. The deck is pretty upfront about the costs involved. For churches wanting the full package, they detail a $500 per service investment. Now, that covers a pro camera team recording the Sunday service, multiple angles, broadcast quality, but it's not just filming. It includes the professional editing, adding the branding, and then the optimized upload to both YouTube and the membership portal, making sure it looks great and gets seen.
So end-to-end production for each service.
Right. But they also offer flexibility. If a church maybe already has decent recording capabilities, there's an option for $250 per video. That's specifically for the professional editing, branding, and the optimized upload part. So it allows different entry points, but really emphasizes that the professional post-production, getting it out there strategically, that's non-negotiable if you want the results they're talking about. Okay, and speaking of audience growth, there was that detail that really jumped out at me. A YouTube audience growth guarantee. That sounds, bold. How can we actually guarantee subscriber growth in such a crowded space like YouTube?
It is a bold claim, and the plan is quite specific about how they back it up. For an additional $50 per video investment on top of the production costs, they guarantee 1,000 new subscribers in less than 60 days.
Wow. How? Just buying ads?
Not just randomly buying ads. The promise is backed by a specific optimization strategy. This includes really dialing in the titles, the tags, the thumbnails, all the things that make people click, compelling descriptions too. But more critically, it involves targeted promotion, specifically targeting faith-based audiences on YouTube and potentially other platforms.
So reaching people already interested in this type of content.
Exactly. So the value proposition is clear. It's not just about vanity metrics. It's about strategically building a larger, monetizable audience faster by reaching the right people.
Which directly feeds the membership funnel.
Precisely. It increases the pool of potential converts for that $3.99 monthly membership, which is the engine for their whole sustainable revenue model.
That connection makes the guarantee seem less like magic and more like targeted marketing.
Okay, so $250 to $500 per service or video, that's clear. But for many organizations, especially maybe smaller churches used to volunteers, that's a real line item, a significant commitment. How does the source justify that spend? What's the payoff beyond just looking good? Where's the ROI?
The justification is all tied into the financial projections and the growth potential they lay out. This is where they connect the dots between investment and tangible returns. This is where the numbers come in. The model projects pretty substantial revenue growth based on industry data suggesting a 5% conversion rate from viewers to premium members.
5% conversion, that's pretty high for online conversion rates.
It is ambitious, yeah. But based on that 5%, they project that starting with just 500 premium members could generate nearly $24,000 annually.
Okay.
About $23,940. And if they scale that up to 2,500 members, that number jumps to almost $120,000 a year. $119,700 to be precise. And that projected revenue isn't just, profit. It's earmarked to fund things like expanded ministry programs, youth outreach, community missions. It directly tackles that sustainability issue we started with. It fuels the mission's growth.
That 5% conversion rate is still sticking with me. Usually, online, even 1% is considered pretty good. What is it about this strategy, do you think, that makes them confident about hitting 5%? Is it just the church context or something else?
That's a really sharp point. The source implies a few things contribute to that higher rate projection. One, the explicit focus on community. It's not just selling content. It's inviting people into participation, belonging, something potentially deeper than, say, just buying a product online. That pull might be stronger.
A different kind of value proposition.
Exactly. Two, the professional production signals that high value, like we said. And three, that $3.90 price point. It's deliberately low. It massively reduces the barrier for someone to say yes, but it does establish that financial commitment, changing the relationship. It's kind of a psychological sweet spot they're aiming for.
Makes sense. Low barrier, high perceived value, strong community pull.
Right. And supporting all of this is the core infrastructure they outline. Things like YouTube optimization, this channel strategy, SEO enhancement, making sure people searching actually find the content.
Search engine optimization, yeah.
And then the membership portal itself for secure access and the community features. The billing system for automating those $3.99 Timbits. Content management for the exclusive library. Mobile access, making sure it works everywhere. And a crucial analytics dashboard.
The dashboard for tracking everything.
Everything. Tracking performance, revenue, engagement. That's how they get to those really compelling aha numbers they showcase. Like a 97% platform uptime guarantee. That crucial 5% conversion rate, the 30-day implementation, then 25% projected annual membership growth, and 85% engagement rate, that $120K annual revenue potential at scale, and a really impressive 95% retention rate. These are the metrics designed to show, look, this works, it's measurable, and it delivers.
Okay, those metrics are impressive. 95% retention, 85% engagement. Those are incredibly high for pretty much any digital platform, especially subscriptions. How does the source suggest they actually maintain those numbers? People drift online, engagement fatigue is real. Is there a strategy baked in to keep things fresh and keep people sticking around?
Excellent question. It touches on that long-term sustainability piece. The source implies that high engagement and retention aren't accidental. They come from constantly delivering fresh, exclusive content and actively nurturing those community features. The content management and community engagement aren't just set-up tasks. They're ongoing efforts.
Needs constant feeding.
Exactly. And that analytics dashboard is vital here. They're tracking things like monthly conversion rates, subscriber growth, engagement levels, what content people are actually consuming. They look at watch time, completion rates, how often people comment, repeat attendance, virtual attendance, presumably. This lets them see what's working, what's not, and hopefully head off that engagement fatigue before it hits hard.
So data-driven adjustments.
Absolutely. And on the financial side, tracking the monthly subscription revenue, how the funds are being allocated, cost efficiency, the ROI on the digital spend. It's this whole feedback loop, constantly optimizing for both, let's say, spiritual connection and financial health. Being proactive, not just reactive when numbers dip.
That's a very holistic view. Impressive detail. But, behind every big strategy like this, there are the people making it happen, the expertise. Who are the key players driving this, according to the source?
The material highlights two key figures who bring different but complementary expertise to the table. First, there's Lamont Pete. He's listed as head of television development production at Sunset Pictures, Warner Bros. Studios. Brings over 30 years in TV and film production. Executive producer credits, including big names like Netflix, Pantheon Media Group, Endeavor WME. He also founded a company called Water 2 Drink Productions, focused on community content and digital strategy. His background seems absolutely central to that turnkey execution, promised the ability to deliver a complete system quickly.
Okay, serious media chops. Decades of experience.
Definitely. Then there's Dr. Virgil Jones. He's the senior pastor at Calvary Baptist Church in Los Angeles. Described as a respected faith leader, decades in ministry, known for being innovative in church growth, digital outreach, youth empowerment, he brings that deep understanding of the faith community context.
So it's a real blend. High-level media production know-how meets deep community and ministry understanding. This partnership excellence, as the source calls it. How does that specific partnership directly fuel things like the 30-day promise or those high conversion rates we talked about? What's the synergy there?
That partnership excellence really does seem to be the special ingredient here. Lamont Pete's background, working with major studios, that means he brings these proven entertainment industry methods for doing things efficiently, rapid content creation, branding, building an audience. That expertise is likely key to hitting that ambitious 30-day timeline. They're not starting from scratch. They're applying established, streamlined processes from a very demanding industry.
Right. Borrowing from Hollywood's playbook, in a way.
In a way, yeah. And Dr. Jones's role ensures that this slick media strategy stays authentic, that it resonates with the actual needs and, the spirit of a faith community. So the final product aims to be professional and engaging, yes, but without feeling corporate or losing its core message. That blend likely makes the $3.99 membership feel genuinely valuable and aligned with the mission, which would directly boost conversion and retention. It's that synergy, media savvy, plus community insight that seems designed for both rapid execution and long-term sustainable growth.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, we've really unpacked quite a blueprint, haven't we? A 30-day digital transformation plan aimed squarely at tackling major challenges for churches moving beyond just passive online viewing to build real community and sustainable funding, all leaning heavily on professional quality content and this specific powerful partnership. So what's the takeaway for you, our listener? Whether you're involved in a church, maybe a nonprofit, or really any group focused on building community, this deep dive has laid out a fascinating model, a potential path for turning passive online observers into truly committed, engaged members who even contribute financially. It really highlights what a focused professional digital strategy can achieve.
And if we step back and think about the bigger picture here, this model they propose, converting passive viewers into active, paying members through structure and professional content, it offers a pretty potent lesson that goes way beyond just churches, I think. It really challenges us all to reconsider how we measure online engagement, to move past just counting likes or views. It suggests that maybe the future, across many sectors, education, nonprofits, creators, lies in building these truly sustainable, deeply connected digital communities. It underlines that digital, when done strategically, isn't just about technology or reach. It's a methodology for fostering deeper connection, creating measurable value, and ensuring long-term impact and sustainability. Food for thought, definitely.
A very thought-provoking place to end. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks for watching. We invite you to be part of this new chapter where faith meets technology.